welcome back to another episode of Take a Tour Tuesday. Unfortunately, Seth is not with us this week. He was just a minute ago, but we ran out of time because we spent the last hour previewing one of the most incredible homes here in Happy Valley that's going to be featured on this 2025 Street of Dreams tour. So you will actually have the opportunity to come next month to tour the entire thing yourself. I would highly recommend doing so. But in the meantime, we're gonna give you the sneak peek. Now, the property itself is located at 13143 Southeast Regency View Street. And it's been great to see actually a couple homes just down the street be added to the actual Street of Dreams tour. This one has been constructed by Kalen Development, a builder that I've known for quite some time. And by trade, he was actually a Finnish carpenter that got started working for some of the top custom home builders all over town. So you'll see a lot of amazing elements that he's picked up over the years built into this house at an amazing footprint and price point. Now, stepping up to the entrance, first thing you're gonna notice is this cold steel wrapped planter bed. I love the landscaping that they've incorporated from the river rock on the exterior to the outdoor lighting, and of course the board formed concrete planter bed that really shapes and defines this front yard. Now, the exterior of the home itself definitely gives off the modern farmhouse vibes. That's what they're actually gonna call this house when it's entered into the tour, because you can see a lot of the darker black steel doors, the black windows, the black light fixtures address, contrasted really nicely with the modern horizontal lap siding. I also love how they have the natural wood finish right here with the soffit lighting, really providing a nice ambiance of this home, probably especially at night. Now, stepping into the main entry of the home, the first thing I'm feeling is the privacy. Now, even though you have all this visibility out to the front, plus all the natural light coming into this entryway, it is very private because they've tinted all of the glass panes, making the door really functional yet private. Now, before getting into the main part of the house, off to the left-hand side, we do have the den. I love the separation that this den provides from your main living area. You do have two French doors with glass panes coming in here, but it's actually a pretty good proportion. And the way they've done this built-in over off the wall and then accent it nicely with the wallpaper with the transom window. It's a simple touch, but it makes the space feel much richer. All right, now come with me to the main area of the house. First thing you're gonna notice, nice wide entry, providing a lot of ample space. And then you have 8-foot doors on either side with the coat closet and then the powder bath to my left-hand side. What I love about this is they've got the arch in there along with that floating vanity made of natural quartzite. They did an amazing job with the quartz and quartzite selection throughout the entire home. Just off to the right-hand side right here, you have this alcove kind of bench mirror area. Perfect place to kind of like get a fit check as you're leaving the house or sit down, take your shoes off. But I love how they wrapped it, giving it a really rich feel with that quartz. Now, turning around to the great room, I love the ceiling height in here. It feels very spacious. Not only do you have the tall ceilings, but you have a massive 10-foot tall panel sliding door onto your covered living space, which we're gonna get to. Plus, check out the height. I'm about 6 feet. So this is nearly 6 feet tall on the mantle with the stone going all the way up to the ceiling. I love the frame TV. You've got a little Claude Monet painting going on right now. But then on here, you actually have Taj Mahal quartzite on the hearth, giving it a really nice, rich, earthy tone feel. And they did a great job with the built-ins on either side, how these drawers sit flush, beautiful hardware. And then my favorite feature is the LED that's wrapped all around the backside, which provides a nice illumination to the back of the shelf. And then of course, you have these modern railings. I would love to know in the comments below how you guys feel about this. The longer I've been here, I'll be honest, they've really grown on me. They provide a nice, actually really solid, sturdy railing, good protection. And then the way they wrapped it with this oak handrail is really nice. And I'm gonna point that out as we go upstairs. Continuing though, you'll see on the corner, very creative use of space with the wine storage. They've got the LED backlit against the stone backsplash. Now that's the same stone that you see over there on the fireplace. And then he's actually installing a mini refrigeration unit right there below. You've got a fingerprint locking electronic lock right there to keep the kids out. And what I love about it is I've toured many, many homes even in the 4 or 5 million range in Lake Oswego, for example, where you have these wine walls and they're just strictly for display. Here with the refrigeration, the lock-in door, it's also functional, so that's great. And then continuing into the kitchen itself, again, you're seeing a lot of features in here that you don't see in the $4 or $5 million spec product, including, look at how they did these lights above the island. It's a massive island. And then he tucked the waterfall down just halfway, which is a really cool effect. I would have never thought to do that myself, but it shows off some of the actual natural white oak, which is beautiful, plus giving you that waterfall effect on the edge. There's plenty of seating at this island. I like how the sink's tucked away right here. There's another sink around the corner. We're gonna get to that. And then there's dual dishwashers on either side with custom cabinetry pullouts. And then you have the 48-inch Monogram GE range top. There is a skillet, a pot filler right behind, and then check out this plaster hood. It's extra wide, which I love, radius on the corners, and then they brought the quartz all the way to the backsplash and then wrapped up around to the ceiling, giving it a really nice, clean, almost European feel. Now, before continuing onto the rest of the kitchen, I do want to point out it opens perfectly to this dining area. You've got these slat beams up on the top, and then architecturally, I love the window placement in this house. There's just great natural light, great visibility to the backyard. And again, there's beautiful landscaping out there, providing a really nice private ambiance. Now let's continue to probably one of my favorite parts of the kitchen, the pantry. How could I forget though, the refrigerator? I love a good refrigerator, and this one is no exception. I've never seen anything like this. First of all, how tall it is. That's about 8 feet tall. You open it up, you have a beautiful stainless steel LED lit background. And then probably my favorite part is the handles are wrapped in leather. So even though these are like beautiful panels, they are cold, they're gonna smudge. The leather just provides a really nice grip to open those up. One of the more impressive units I've seen. Sam, come with me around the corner. We are now in the pantry. So you have custom built-ins on either side. This is where they actually have the microwave as well as an extra refrigeration unit. And then you have open shelving right here, beautiful backsplash with that vertical kind of earth tone tile. But come over here and check out how they brought the quartz all the way to the windowsill, really nice clean finish. And then again, the entire window casement is wrapped in that same quartz. Really nice clean finish. Behind me, you have a Jenn-Air espresso maker, and probably one of my favorite features, come over here, Sam, is this Unify security system. This gives you a bird's eye view of every single exterior camera of the house. So you can keep your eyes on the kids, whether in the front or backyard. Plus there's probably a whole host of other smart features built into that screen. Now, before wrapping up the rest of this floor, you will see right behind me a really nice cushioned bench seat, which leads out to your 3-car garage. It's an extra tall garage, so there's plenty of space. A lot of good storage in there. Now, stepping out to your covered living area, you have nice tall ceiling heights, plenty of shade, also plenty of sun out here on the turfed area. Before getting to that though, you have built-in speakers amongst the beautiful tongue and groove. Linear gas fireplace with a stacked stone, almost a privacy fireplace wall. And you'll see what I mean, Sam, come over here, because this is your outdoor courtyard for your primary bed behind this wall. So really thoughtful placement of how they constructed that mess. And then over here, you've got a flat level yard. Of course, you've got cornhole. Okay, sorry guys, I'll practice more, I swear. But off behind me, you have board formed concrete planter beds along the perimeter of the backside. They actually wrap around too, and they've recessed the landscape lighting along with the beautiful hydrangeas, which provide a lot of depth to the look. I mean, if you could just imagine coming out here and all you saw was a concrete retaining wall and a 6-foot fence on top of it, it would be a totally different aesthetic. So what they were able to create with the landscaping back here, I think is absolutely perfect. Over here, you've got concrete pavers with the inlaid artificial turf, providing a really nice dining area in the sunshine. It is honestly a great yard for kids, low maintenance, yet beautiful. Now continuing on the main floor, come with me to the primary. Stepping in through the French doors right here, you've got beautiful vaulted ceilings And you'll see they've got stained grade wood up there, and the beams are actually sitting flush to the tongue and groove. Nice aesthetic, and what I like about it is you don't have these big heavy beams coming down, making the room feel any smaller. And they did a great job at decorating with the light fixtures, the 2 sconce lights hanging on either side, with the side windows right there. And then come over here, you have another one of those arches with a different quartz material right here. I love like the bluish gray tones. And they use that quartz actually for the 2 open shelves right above. Beautifully decorated, I will say. First Choice Construction did all of the staging. We use them for our listings as well, and they absolutely knocked it out of the park in this one. And then before we get to the primary bath, come over here, Sam, and show off this fireplace. It's a fluted plaster finish with a linear gas fireplace with that Samsung frame sitting right above. Again, another Claude Monet. Great choice for showcasing such a really cool, peaceful house. Speaking of peaceful, the tones in here in the primary bathroom are second to none. You've got porcelain tile floors, but it looks like travertine, to be honest, with the finish they used. And then a quartz countertop that looks like Taj Mahal quartzite. One interesting detail over here, Sam, is it actually does not go up against the backsplash. That's an aesthetic choice by design. So really cool feature there that I'd be interested to get your thoughts about. You've got the LEDs underneath the cabinetry, plus 2 hanging pendants on either side. And then flipping over to the opposite side, you have another beautiful feature. And you'll notice this kind of iron with the glass inlay door and side panel set. It matches the front door, the window, so it continues on that aesthetic throughout the whole house. Then I love how they did the bench seat right there with the LED lit shelf, as well as the channel drain is completely hidden under that bench seat. So really cool feature. A lot of thought and intention went into this home. Now stepping into the closet itself, it's not huge, but it's super functional. You have a built-in dresser right here in the center with a quartz top, really nice black hardware, which complements the black washer dryer. It's actually a combo unit, which is really smart because it's space saving, yet functional in here. And then in addition, I love how you have the open shelves above it, but then they tucked around even more storage right behind this. Now, before going upstairs, I'd like you to comment on the video with your favorite features so far, plus subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. In the next couple of weeks here, we'll have an opportunity to preview a couple Street of Dreams homes, but so far, I'm loving what I'm seeing. All right, getting to the upstairs landing, it is completely open up here. You get a sense for the real spaciousness and size of the house. I wanna point out a couple of details that haven't done so yet, but are important nonetheless. You have a nice contrast between the more modern recessed base on the bottom throughout the entire house, plus a more traditional casement on the doors, giving it a nice rich feel with modern aesthetic. Now for the floor plan upstairs, you have 4 bedrooms, 2 of which are en suites. And then behind me is the laundry room. It's a nice functional space. You've got vertical green shiplap surrounding most of the room with the rift white oak cabinetry and open shelving surrounding, plus gray tone quartz counters, beautiful sink, a lot of nice natural light coming in here, and then amazing tile work on the floor. Now continuing on the upstairs, we're gonna immediately find ourselves in the first ensuite of this floor. The size, the proportion, the details, and the finish, this could truly be another primary suite. First, you're gonna see the trade ceilings with the shiplap. Beautiful job right there. A lot of great lighting in this room between the LED cans and then the hanging sconces. But my favorite has got to be the natural light pouring in through the south facing front of the house windows. You can see even with the nice UV tint on these front windows, there is just an abundance of natural light. Transom window right there off to my left, walk-in closet, another Samsung frame TV. And then the bathroom has dual vanity with that rift white oak. And then check out this shower, how they actually radiused it on the back, giving it a really nice organic feel. And then off to my left-hand side, you have a floating tub with another radius window. I love the detail how they even have the fluted film on that window, which complements the fluted furniture as well as fluted woodwork, even on the back bedside panel. Now continuing to the opposite side of the house, behind me, another bedroom suite, this one with a walk-in shower, walk-in closet. Continuing with the theme, I love the window placement throughout this house, another transom window there. great natural light even in this room. You've got 8-foot doors on this floor, plus cool features such as the built-in retractable hose for the central vac. Now backing up with me, you'll see the entryway light fixture plus the views out of the front of the house behind. Then off to either side, you have good sized bedrooms. Now these ones don't have the bathrooms, but they will share this one right here. Very cool, kind of darker tones with the tile, the arch right there. Almost a furniture piece looking vanity. It is a dual vanity, so plenty of countertop space and storage built in. Plus, all of the floors throughout each bathroom, which I think is a cool feature, is heated, even for the kids. Now, that wraps up this week's Tuesday tour. So I wanna thank you for, first of all, tuning in to get this sneak peek. Amazing job by Kalen Development on this house. I think it's gonna sell really fast. If you wanna take a look at the house, don't hesitate to reach out to me direct or check it out on next month's Street of Dreams. And as always, make sure to like the video, comment with your favorite feature or any questions you have about the property, and make sure to subscribe to the channel for more amazing property tours just like this one right here.